during this storm kind of preparation and response. So today at Metro, I'm here at our Metro Integrated Command and Communication Center. It's kind of the brain for Metro operations. We have about 2,800 personnel deployed fighting this storm and responding to the storm, and over 600 pieces of equipment. Just want to really first off thank the men and women here at Metro for all the hard work they're doing, including people like this in this room that are away from their families during this storm. I also want to thank our jurisdictional partners all across this region who are doing a great job getting out there on the streets, sidewalks, trying to keep the roads and conditions safe, not just for all motorists and for our buses and pedestrians as well. On the rail side, we are running a weekend service level. We've had some signal failures here and there, but basically anyone that is out, and I think we had over 10,000 people out on the rail system as of an hour ago, we are getting people safely around. But again, we'll be running weekend rail service for the rest of the day. On the bus side, we have 14 what we would call critical service routes, things like trying to get people to hospitals or things of that nature. No significant incidents report on those 14. We are going to try to maintain those 14 routes throughout the entire day, but of course monitoring conditions to see if we have to make any adjustments. On Metro Access, we've actually provided 67 life-sustaining trips. So those are individuals who might have to go to a hospital or clinic for things like dialysis or cancer treatments or things of that nature. And we're going to fulfill the few more that we have the rest of the day. But as of 3 p.m., we're going to have no more new trips booked on Metro Access. So for tomorrow, Monday the 26th, our plan right now is to have rail open at 6 a.m. So repeat, tomorrow will be 6 a.m. instead of the regular 5 a.m. And we are planning on running again a weekend rail service tomorrow. So a little less frequency than you would get on a normal Monday, but obviously with the government shutdown and all the schools, we certainly will not have the demand for more frequency, but we will be running trains to keep the infrastructure warm and exercise, but also make sure we get people safely around. On the bus side, we are going to concentrate on our 4 critical routes again. Really important to get those as long as we can out there. And tonight at no later than 9 p.m. tonight, we will have another update on anticipated bus service tomorrow. So bus service is basically based on 2 things. Conditions of our roadway, and all across this region is different. From Loudon to New Carrollton, from Franconia to Shady Grove is a big area, and those conditions may vary. And second is the ability to get our staff in to operate these vehicles safely for our customers. So again, 9 p.m. tonight, we will give a further update on tomorrow on the 26th bus service. Same thing on Metro Access. We anticipate running all life-sustaining trips tomorrow. We are very much asking any customers that have the ability to rebook, especially if it is not a critical trip, to work with us and do so for later in the week. And again, at 9 p.m., we will provide additional updates on Metro Access tomorrow. So again, just thank all of our partners, all the Metro staff out there in these conditions that luckily we have a little bit more sleet than freeze and rain, but we are very worried about the freeze and rain coming up. We just want people to be safe.
So as far as everything resuming back to normal, like you said, that all is incumbent on the road conditions.
That road conditions, weather too. So our goal, listen, there's no chance of us running regular service tomorrow. Like I just said, that'd be weekend focus, and then we're going to build back on bus. We're going to do everything we can to run as close to normal service on Tuesday, but of course we'll provide updates tonight, and then again probably multiple times tomorrow. So conditions are really important here. So far the rail system is operating very well from the kind of snow and ice point of view, and then on the bus side it's really street-based conditions.
With temperatures being a concern, especially tonight, remind people how that affects the rails in general.
Yeah, listen, this weather, and it's not today, we've had a really rough patch here of cold weather, and coming up I think it's going to be almost historic days. Like Tuesday we're very concerned about. So very cold weather could actually lead to potential rail breaks. So rail, like a piece of metal, obviously expand and contract, and this weather is very extreme, and so any little minor issue on a rail could snap, and we had a couple last week. So we are hopeful that we've kind of worked some of those out, but we have a lot of crews on ready to safely make some repairs and keep going. So same with door systems, they're air-based, and there's just bad weather like this just impacts everything. So we ask everyone, just be patient. You have our commitment. Everyone in Metro is fully engaged. Our Emergency Operations Center, all of our staff, we are here working hard to make sure we can get people safely around. Little patience, enjoy the football, some hot soup or something, stay home if you don't need to, and we're slowly but surely this week, just like everybody else, we'll get people back to some normalcy.
Is it the ice or the cold temps that affect the rail?
On the rails itself, it's actually the colder temperatures. The ice is really bad for escalators. It's bad for trip, slips, and falls, obviously, and stairs and all those types of things. Door systems on our trains and buses, really challenging. You got to get that seal to get that door. It's just bad too. We still have some older trains. Our 3000 series trains are from the early 80s. So, my body doesn't work as well today as it did 20 years ago, just like our trains, right? So again, working with our partners to make sure the roads are safe and making sure all of our equipment is safe as well.
For people relying on Metro, it's okay for them.
Sorry?
It's okay for them to use for those relying on Metro, especially the trains.
Yeah, if we're running service, it is safe. And we want people to know that. And our big ask is follow Metro Pulse, which is our real-time app. You can get all that type of information. Our social channels obviously cover that, and yourselves as media getting the word out. So, and all of our jurisdictions have our information too. So basically, the old saying is be weather aware and just follow us for updates.
And last for me, we always like to compare from the last major winter event with how things are operating today and what you're anticipating tomorrow. Is it what you expected? Is it compared to even last time we saw something like this before as far as the response?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing snow and ice professionally for a long time, especially I did a lot in the Boston area. So my expectations is never think you actually know what's going to happen. We always say plan for the worst and hope for the best. I know that's kind of cliche. This forecast is pretty similar to what Weather Service and Capital Weather Gang said what would happen. There's a lot of people going to be, oh, we didn't get as much snow. I'd rather 5 more inches of snow than freezing rain. Like that is the dangerous stuff. So the storm is far from over. Tonight is going to be very challenging in this region, and then tomorrow morning, and whatever is not cleaned up is going to be an ice block here for several days. So people need to have some serious patience around this region for the next few days. And I think I was with the mayor at press conference. Look after yourself, but also go check on your neighbors, especially people that you might have senior neighbors or people that might need an extra hand. That's what we need to be doing right now the next few days.
For buses, do you use chains on the tires at all, or do you not?
No, the weather conditions will dictate where we can actually run. So these are big, heavy vehicles, which both sound like they're good in snow, but also then can be more dangerous. So things like hills are challenging, tight corners. So we're working, we have a staff member embedded in DC's DPW Storm Center as well. We talked to Montgomery County, Prince George's, all of Northern Virginia, Maryland DOT. We are highly integrated. Everyone is working very well together. I can't say enough. This region really knows how to manage kind of events and working well together, and this is another example. And it's the same message. Just everyone, if you don't have to be out, stay home. Let us clean up. All work together, and then hopefully by Tuesday we can have pretty decent service, both roads and transit, and then by Wednesday even better.
I don't recall seeing chains on buses ever. Do you use them?
I think maybe for like a rescue or something, but it's not certainly not standard operating procedure for us. So, okay, thank you all. Okay, thanks guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.